The pigeon pastrami is a dish that we created to. I like taking things that are familiar to people and then like kind of taking it apart and taking each element and then putting it back together again. So when you eat it, the whole thing makes sense to you, like the original. So people are so, I guess, skeptical about eating pigeon, and oftentimes like we all call it squab and we refer to it as squab because like that's the the French word for it. Like it sounds a little bit easier to swallow, I think, when you're calling it something that's not pigeon.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is like everybody associates like pastrami sandwiches and all that stuff with New York. So then you pick pigeon and people are automatically thinking like Central Parks and birds like flying around. So we took that whole story and put it together into one dish, and that's where we kind of came up with the pigeon pastrami. It's we basically brine the pigeon breast itself, smoke it a little bit, and then cook it sous vide. And then we make a spice syrup that tastes like the rub that you would get on a pastrami, and we finish the dish with that. And then we do a puff cracker of Swiss cheese, and then we make a jus out of the bones, a sauce that we infuse with all the flavors of rye bread. So there's caraway, and there's malt, and there's molasses, and all that stuff cooks really slowly in the pot with all the bones. Strain that off and reduce it, and then when you're eating it, you're getting like that flavor of rye. And then basically a little gelatin of sauerkraut, so you get that salty like sauerkraut sensation. When you eat the whole dish together, it reminds you of a pastrami sandwich.